Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin from Florals.com and I am back with the lovely Multi-Photo Monday ladies. And today we are using inspiration that Miranda picked out. She picked out a fun mood board that was like this black and white collage. So I decided that for my inspiration I would do a black and white page with colored photos. I know oftentimes it's usually colored photos, or it's usually black and white photos on a colorful page, but this time sort of flipping the script and doing colorful photos on a black and white page. Now I will say that this is sort of a cream-based page, so I hope you guys don't mind. I know that some people do struggle with using the cream and whites together, and here I used them together and they work great. So those two first papers I pulled out are from the Simple Stories Life in Color collection. Funny it's called Life in Color because I'm not using any of the colorful items from that collection. But I'm scrapbooking two pictures of my friends at my graduation party. As you guys know, I'm doing some older photos lately, trying to get different memories down from several different years. And I did find this frame that's part of my kit for May, How to Kill a Kit with Style, so I'm going to pull that out and trim the photo to fit the frame. And that frame, I believe, is from the Vicky Bouton Field Notes collection, if I'm not mistaken. Then I start pulling out some other elements and just trying to layer them together. I knew I wanted something a little bit other than black and white in here, so I am going to pull in some metallics later, but I do pull in a black doily to sort of, give it a more organic shape, make it a little bit more fun. And I'm going to trim this photo down a little bit just so I can do some layering. I did have a bunch of things pulled out at the beginning of this video, some of those being some black and white items I already had in my stash that I was thinking of using, but I am trying to use my kit as much as possible because that's the whole focus for when I create in the month, is using my kit. So here I'm going to look at the Illustrated Faith tabbies that are in black and white. I decided not to use any of those, but I do go for this Maggie Holmes Gather chipboard. There's a lot of black with cream based items, which again matches the background beautifully. There's this little chipboard banner that says love you, which is adorable. The word gather would have worked, those music notes would have worked, but again, I want to go for more of metallic, so I start pulling off some of the metallic hearts and arrows and start using those on my page. Then I also find that there are some cute feathers on this page, and I'll come back to those later to add a little bit more chipboard and dimension to this layout. So I'm pulling off those pieces, sort of playing around where they'll fit. Chipboard's a little bit more difficult to use because you don't want them to overpower the photo, because as you can tell, chipboard's a very three-dimensional object. And if you're not into chipboard, but you do find you have chipboard in your stash, one thing you can do is peel off some of the layers of the back of the chipboard to make it a little bit thinner, make it more of a, cardstock sticker rather than chipboard, if that's something you'd be able to work with better. And here I'm using the Pattern Happy 6x6 paper pad. I think it's called Color Me Happy. And they have this still in stock over on their website, and I'll try to have that link down below. But this company makes beautiful products, and if you guys haven't checked them out yet, definitely do. And I really adored having this black and white paper pad. It comes in handy so often you wouldn't even believe it. So as I'm gluing these layers down, I do want to keep in mind that this layout is quite heavy, and obviously the photos bring in a lot of weight due to their color. So I'm trying to keep it light, so keeping the borders thin on these photo layers helps that, lightness. And I'm going to start gluing everything down. So starting with this grid paper, that's sort of the base. Now I did have the doily tucked under that before, but I kind of forgot. So it's going to get tucked above after, and then the photo will still sit on it. But that's okay. And these doilies are from Joann's in their party section, not in their regular paper crafting section. And now I'm going to glue down this frame on top of the photo. Usually I'll use liquid adhesive for this, but this one had a thick enough edge where I could use my tape adhesive, which was nice. And then the banners and chipboard will start coming into play now. And I always glue those down with a little bit of extra liquid adhesive. I just think it sticks a lot better over time if you do that. And this is my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive that I keep in my fine liner bottle, which works wonders. Definitely one of my favorite adhesives. And as it's coming together here, you sort of see it taking shape. I don't have a title on here yet, but as you can tell, it's a very graphic layout. There's a lot going on. There's lots of little bits, some larger bits, and I really like that it's very, diagonal oriented. So you have some stuff in the top left, and then a lot of stuff in the bottom right, sort of bringing your eye down the page. But I don't think it's overwhelming, at least in person. It does look a little busy here when I'm editing this video, but I think it looks a little bit better in person rather than on video right now. Here I'm looking for something to put to the left side of my photo. I think it's relatively plain, and then I find these feathers, which I think are cute, you know, like the birds of a feather flock together sort of feeling. That's what I initially thought of when I pulled those off, and that would have been a great title, but I ended up going with these thickers here. These are the ones I included in my kit, and they say best friends, which is perfect. And they're like a puffy sticker style. And what I really like about those is the script. I think it adds a funness to this layout because I have script in the background with the XOXO, and now I have another script with the title. So other than that, this layout is almost done. I'm going to add a few more things. Of course, I have to add some washi tape because it's not a layout if it doesn't have washi tape in my book, especially since I keep buying washi tape, even though I said I wouldn't. It's just so fun, guys. I love washi tape so much. And I'm going to use this one. This one's from Recollections, and it's a like pulsing black and white stripe. So it gets darker and then lighter and then darker and then lighter, but they're vertical stripes. It's harder to explain, but you'll see it in the up close here at the end. But I'm going to finish gluing everything down and then show you guys an up close photo. I think I definitely could have added some like more gold glitter enamel dots or something. I just don't happen to have those in my stash at the moment. So I do add one more gold glitter heart to sort of finish off the glitter trifecta that is this layout. And I look through some of the embellishments in my kit and don't really find anything that matches, especially with that different tone of black that's sort of a lighter black and that specific shade of gold. But here are some close-up shots I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you guys are interested, definitely check out everyone else's pages down below. They all did some different takes on the inspiration this month, and if you guys like black and white, you'll find a lot of different ideas. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.